Takes the snap, short drop, hits the quarterback.
All right, folks, welcome to After the Whistle, episode 2.13, episode 13, season 2. Good God Almighty. What a week in football we had. What a week we've had. I mean, I even had to dress for the special occasion here. You can tell I've got my tie on, and, I am of ordained authority, and I am qualified to administer funerals or whatever is necessary. And,
I don't know what happens.
The formula was wrong, and that's all we know right now. And we got a grieving Coach Crigger over here with us, and we'll get to about that in just a minute. I don't even want to ask you how your weekend was.
I went not cold, it was froze. I froze.
How was your weekend, Coach?
It was awesome.
I figured yours was pretty good, yeah. All right, fellas. Well, this is an abbreviated episode of the show and the program. You probably noticed it right down here in the bottom. We've got a little bit of scroller running on the bottom of the screen here. Next week, we're going to announce the date. Next week, we're going to have the first ever Bella Awards. That's right. There's the Oscars. They got the Emmys. They got the Tony Awards. We got the Bella Awards. We're going to be giving them out here at Bellacino's. And we have a live audience that we're going to be doing this in front of. So if you've got a mind to come down and be with us, we greatly appreciate it. And of course, we're going to cap the evening off with two big awards. We're going to give away our Bellacino's Player of the Year Award, and they'll be present to win, to see who wins that one. And we're also going to crown someone the Pick'em champion, and it ain't me. I can tell you that right now. So it's going to be one of these two fellas. And all that's coming up next week, so stay tuned to find out a little bit more about it. All right, fellas, let's take a look at next week's games, and let's go. Oh, excuse me, last week's games.
Well, guys, let's start it out with 1A there. We have...
Sure you don't want to go on 2A?
No.
Makes you sick.
Yeah, don't mention it. Don't mention it.
By the way, we do... We do have some Luke Lube on the way.
Luke Lube.
Might be here in a few minutes.
Well, guys, right off the bat, let's go Narrows. We didn't pick that game, I don't think, but they won 34-7 over Grayson. They advanced in the 1D.
Not a surprise.
No, not a surprise. This is a shocker. Galax won 56-7 in the first round. They advanced to the second round.
Can you believe that?
I cannot believe that.
Can you believe Galax advanced?
I cannot
They had
believe
picked
that.
one all year, and they managed to come through.
George Wythe, Purry McClure, 63-21.
George Wythe, they're advancing.
Patrick Henry Rebels and the Honeacre Tigers, 41-14.
Malibu Mark and his bunch controlled the line of scrimmage once again, and got to ask the question: could that be the last game for Coach Hubbard? Don't know. If it is, it's been a great career.
I think so.
It'd be a wonderful career. I mean, a lot of coaches would love to have that.
I've had the privilege of working with him for 4 years, and I enjoyed every minute
Well,
of
if
it.
it wasn't for you, he probably would have made it to the NFL.
Probably not. But class guy, and if it is, it's an end of an era. Maybe it's not. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll see.
That'd be a question.
Big win for the Rebels.
That could stunt the creek.
He can't go out as a district champion, though.
Yep.
All right, next game. Holston 29, Eastside 15.
And my man, the cameraman, told us all along.
He has told us.
He has told us.
Holston, don't sleep on him. He's tried to tell us. And I congrats. And when we do these after the whistle awards, and the Coach of the Year is one of them, and I guarantee one nomination that's up there is the Holston coaching staff.
Yeah.
Coach Patterson's done an excellent job up there.
Yeah, he's
That's
gonna be-
crazy. I mean,
He
he's
is,
done
yeah.
one heck of a job. After we watched them at the Twin Valley Thunder or at the Mayhem Jamboree
Yeah.
until what they're doing now, they've done one heck of a job.
I never saw that coming out of Holston. This kind of season, I honestly.
Only one has is Pistol.
Well, before he started that a couple years ago too, when I was coaching and I seen what he had over there and to where he's at now, he's
That's
did a
big
good job.
time.
He did a big job.
He did go to Emory. So, I mean,
Coach Patterson, he's gonna be a nominee for.
he will be
for
one of the
Coach of the Year,
nominees,
so-
has to, along with Malibu,
That might
Mark.
have been where your match screen went to.
It might have been.
Could be.
What was I hurt like my shoulder, my neck, like I hurt all weekend.
I bet you hide in there to do.
Big time. Big time. Shoot. All right, Castlewood at Burton 44, Castlewood 0, nothing.
Not a surprise on the win, but I did expect Castlewood maybe
To
to
hang in there
make it a little bit closer, yeah.
Yeah, they hung in there the first
That's
time.
another possible candidate for Coach of the Year.
Yes.
Oh, he's done a great job also. You know.
So don't forget him.
Thomas Walker at Chilhowie. Chilhowie 47, Thomas Walker 0.
Thomas Walker, walked in backwards in the
Yeah.
playoffs. They didn't have that momentum going in the playoffs that I know the coach wanted them to have. And Chilhowie, they've been pretty tough in playoffs last couple of years. So they
Not
know,
bad.
they know how this playoff thing works.
But not a bad year by Nick Johnson, still making
No,
the playoffs. I think
absolutely.
they make it last year too.
Yes,
2 years
they
in a row,
did.
so.
Congratulations to Coach Johnson there.
That's the next step they've got to
And you
take.
know, we got a lot of stuff to do to bring down the coach and staff of the year to 3 coach and
Three nominees.
staffs. And both Burton first year coach.
There you go.
That's what we just said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't. Match
That's
screen.
gonna
No,
move
boy,
you.
I got.
The Luke Lube, the Luke Lube is
No,
on
it's
the way.
I mean, I've already got it, and I made it up, and I patented it. And it made me feel a little better, and it's making me feel better as we go on. It's the Luscious Luke Lotion,
Let's just look.
the triple L.
Triple.
And you heard it first, right here, on After the Whistle. Luscious Luke
I think
Lotion.
they call that bandwagon.
We had a couple people, Crigger was at the game, we had a couple people was wondering where he got to after the game. They was wanting he got out of there quick. Cause we were
Had
trying
some more to
to
go,
find
I
him.
reckon.
Boys, I was up there in the stands
And
sitting,
you were gone.
and you know, the halftime come, and Big R, we're still there. I mean, we're right there. Then we take that 10-7 lead.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was it.
But let's talk about that right now, guys. Let's go ahead and get it off my chest. And Centralized Warriors beat the Big R 29-16. Congratulations to Luscious Luke and his staff. And you know, I was at the game. I want to be first to talk because I know Coach Tester will. I don't know. He's kind of hard on his little boy. But I'm going to say it right now. What's number 10's name? Mullins, the quarterback. Crabtree, as usual, ran good. But boys, Tyson Tester, you knew he was out there on the field. I don't know. I haven't seen him play except that game. And if he's played every game like that, he played one heck of a ball game. Had to have 15 or more tackles or somewhere around there. Had a touchdown pass, caught some passes. Boys, is all over the field. I mean, and it was a big game, and I know Coach Tester's happy and proud of him, and I know he brags on him there to him, but I mean, on camera, don't know how much he'll brag. So I want to brag on Tyson. Congratulations, Tyson. I said you had one heck of a game.
He will tell you, I did compliment him after a game, but he did say, that's the first compliment I gave him. But he played a good
But
game.
he did play good. He basically, him and, like I said, I don't know, they're in 44, them linebackers, they stuffed the run.
Yeah.
And they made Rich Lance try to throw the football, and Simmons had a hard time throwing it. Webb had a hard time getting open.
Yeah.
But when Webb did get open, Simmons couldn't get him the ball. It was just, I think it was all wise. They bent, but they did not break. And the Big R went down in the first round.
Like you was talking there, as far as defensively, I think the defense carried this game. I think Richlands did some things to us offensively that caused us some trouble at first till we kind of made a few adjustments, but I think really hats off goes to our defensive staff, Coach Blevins and them. They come up with a terrific game plan. And like Coach Matt said in the paper, there were some things open on us, but the quarterback was under so much pressure, us getting him out of the pocket and getting to him, and we were able to stop the run with 7 men in the box and play good defense, and that's what won us the football game. But like I said, it was just a good game from the kids. Stepped up.
Totally team effort.
The coaches stepped up, and it was just all around a good team effort and good win for Coach Owens.
Well, I'll add this, that you guys, we talked about this, we kind of joked about it, but I think there really is something to it. Richland struggles with wing T.
There's
They
a lot
do.
of misdirection, and they ended up in there. They were getting 3 and 4 yards. I mean, Richland stopped them a couple times, and Wise punted, but by the most part, they couldn't stop the waggle.
Yeah, I really.
I mean, that's no lie.
They say that's the hardest play in football to stop.
And
He's the best player.
if you don't get to the quarterback, there are people open.
Yeah.
And the waggle gave them a hard time.
Well, Tom could have hit some of them receivers open the other night, couldn't he?
I don't know, it's awful fast out there. But here is another thing, and this is what shocked me. Richlands got the ball, went down and scored 7-0 right off the bat, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
I said, this could get interesting. But Wise scored. But what got me? Richlands had the ball on the 40 or 50 started out every time they had the ball.
excellent field position.
Field position. 20 yards is all they had to get to kick some field goals.
He
They
did.
had one chance.
He did miss one.
He missed one. Well, he had 2 chances. He made one and missed one. They couldn't get. I mean, Wise did one heck of a job, boys. They gave him the ball at the 40 and 50. Said, "You're going to go 50 yards to beat us," and they couldn't.
Well, one reason is, they had some weapons back there.
Yeah, you don't
on the
kick them,
kickoff
yes.
team too, and we were looking at, they had Webb back there, they had the number 1 kid back there. They could all run.
Yes,
So
at any
we
time.
just take our chances giving them the ball at the 35.
I thought it worked
So-
out good. I mean, you trusted your kids. I mean, I know as a coach you don't want to do that, but that's better than giving up
Well,
that 70-yard kick
At this
return.
time of year, you've got to put some faith in the kids to make plays. You've got to trust them. I mean, they got you there.
And here's the deal. I think to advance at this time of year, you got to be able to run football.
And you got to be able to play defense.
And you gotta be able to play defense. Like, Richlands, awesome team, but I think once they get to that level, and it showed before, you probably can't beat Coach Mann as far as coaching wise, but once you get to that next level, I think running the football is what you gotta do. They're spread oriented,
Yeah.
and I think wing T and running the football beats the spread
Well,
any
just-
day in December.
Well, and-
November and December.
Well, it shortens the game.
Shortens the
And
game.
then when it's cold, it's hard to throw the football in the cold
Yeah.
and catch it.
Well,
But-
we say there's 3 things happen when you throw a football to
Two
a
of them
bad.
bad.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But congratulations to Wise.
Oh yeah, somebody told me to give it to you. I really don't know what it is. It's real little though. It's on a piece of paper. I think that, see if you know what that is.
Well, it looks like a little R.
Hold it up to the camera.
It's a very little order.
Little R.
There's no more big R.
Guys, just got beat. They just got beat. The big R let me down, boy.
Ain't nothing like IGA on it.
No, they ain't. Boy, the big R, look here, that's what I get, little R. I know a lot of people's waiting for that, but you know what? If the big R had to turn into the little R, I'm glad that Coach Owens and Wise and with how that's been going the past couple years for them over there, and they've turned this corner here 9-2. So
What else we got?
congratulations to them. All right, well, Ridgeview and Marion.
Is Coach Luke Owens up for possible coach of the
I
year?
think he's a potential nominee.
He knows. I mean, he's up for a nominee, absolutely. Yeah, and his staff.
I look for you to come in here next week with all Central stuff on.
Well, I don't know.
That would never happen, would it?
Never. I would never wear Y Central stuff. Not right now. Not while the big R's hurting.
Yeah.
Not while the big R's hurting.
Get hot.
I'd never come in here
Where
with any Y's
you
stuff
stand
on.
up or stand up?
What are you doing?
I would never wear any Y's stuff. What's that called? Is that
Bandwagon.
boys? I'm the big W now.
Luke sends you a shirt over?
I don't think this is Luke's. If it is, I
think it
wasted
is.
my money.
No, you that man screams straight that shirt.
I gotta get some of that luscious Luke lotion. But we big W now, boys.
Just like it.
I mean, big W now. It's like the Golden State Warriors, bud.
Yes.
Right here, baby, big W. Warriors, Warriors, who. All right, next game, guys, we've got another shocker here, upset. Marion at Ridgeview. Ridgeview 49, Marion 7.
What's scary is Marion was either 7-0 or 7-all at one point.
I don't
Murray
believe
went,
that.
went down the field on one
I
score.
was like,
I think that's
Marion
first.
come to play. You know, and then
Yeah,
all of a
they
sudden
did.
it's 40-something.
Atkins just had 5 touchdowns.
I noticed, I saw a photo that someone took, and and I understand playoffs, and you're not having a good season, you're going into a buzzsaw. I saw 8 people in the stands on the visiting side. Over 8, I counted them. There were 8. I ain't saying that's all that showed up for Marion, but it would have been nice those kids had a little bit more sport.
Well, somebody said it. They should start playing games on Saturday. I seen a post on Facebook said they'll get
No,
more.
I like Saturday.
I like Saturday games too.
Well, what?
but,
I don't.
It's all up to the.
I like
it's
it.
all up to the team.
I like
the home
it. In
team.
high school Friday, Saturday college.
Well, I think that's why I like the high school game. Only playoffs or big playoff games on Saturday because it kind of you earn that spot to be in that
Everybody,
spotlight.
that's right.
So what you
But
saying?
don't-
We ain't.
I don't
got
want
that
them all
spot
there.
yet.
I don't want them all
Nope,
there. Maybe
you're
a
not.
championship game or something.
You're not. All right, next game, guys, and we called this one, or I know I did if you want to rewind the show last week. Union 20, Gate City 19, and we said that it would be a dog fight.
It
And you
was.
picked Gate City.
No, it didn't.
I picked Union,
I picked
I
Union.
picked the Bears, but I will
But it
say
was
this:
close.
I followed that game on Twitter, on Southwest Virginia Sports, and tried to pick it up on the radio, couldn't. From every indication that I gathered from that football game, Gate City won that game in every phase except for on the scoreboard.
Oh yeah.
But
But Union made the plays
yeah,
when they had to.
but that might have been the plan. Guys, let's know that we beat them. Let them know, and we miss this extra point. Then they go play Green.
Okay, there you go. We got the win, but we don't want to go play Green.
We don't want to win on scoreboard.
Right, sounds good. Oh, by the way, I mentioned I was at the regional cross-country meet there. They ran into Chris Crabtree.
Pound.
Yeah, Chris Crabtree, Pound. There you
He
go.
was, I was
Pound
coaching at
Wildcats.
Twin Valley and played them.
Pound
He was
Wildcats.
at Pound.
Chris,
Boys are wise now.
well, I'll tell you the funny thing about Chris and I, we were in college and, take basketball.
You
go
went to
down-
college?
Yeah, I went to college. Go down to the, didn't have nothing to do, so I'd go down to the gym late at night, and it was usually myself, Chris Crabtree, and another guy, I can't remember who it was now. Sit there and shoot ball. There'd be only 3 in the gym. We'd shoot ball till about 10, 11 o'clock and leave there and go back to the house. Every now and then, a little rat named TJ McCamus would come in and play a little bit of ball with us.
See any count?
He was all right at the time. He was still a high school student at the time, but I hadn't seen Chris, so I'm gonna give him a shout out. I didn't realize that
That's his
Crabtree was
son.
his son.
Yeah.
Until
I bet he is one.
Well, no, I didn't.
I
I
bet
forgot
he-
about him being around.
I
thought
bet
was.
he is one proud daddy.
I'd say he is.
I mean, his son runs hard, and I mean, he's a big part of it. But like I said, it's a total team effort at Wise. I mean, anybody, like I said, Tyson stepped up Friday. Crabtree's been playing good all year. Quarterback Mullen's playing good all year.
Defensive line, I thought really got.
Yes, they did. I mean, like I said, I don't know their names, but I mean, 44 played good.
Well, and you get a little bit of mold going.
Mojo.
Get a little bit of momentum going. All of a sudden,
And somebody showed, I think maybe Coach Rowe, it might have been Coach Rowe, something, told me that when he showed up in pregame, just by eye test, Why I couldn't stay on the field for Richlands.
It was.
just by the
I mean, when
size
we got,
and
we
they
got
were
there and got in the
lovely.
stands and you're looking like, man, that really is the big R.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of
Lot of
smaller
10th grade.
defensive linemen and
Lot of
kids that can
10th
move
grade.
and run.
That's true, boys. I mean, we're back talking to wise again. Did they win? Did they? I picked them, I think. The big W.
No, I don't think you picked them.
The big W. All right, next game, guys. Another upset. Tazewell at Graham. Graham 42, Tazewell 14.
That was a Saturday game, but probably had something to do with Bluefield playing, didn't it? No, I think it was a Saturday
It didn't
game.
matter if it was a Thursday.
Look, hats off Tazewell, who was 7-4 on the
Great
season.
season.
Finally got a taste of the playoffs. Hopefully next year they'll come back and improve on that 7-3 in regular season. But here they go, boys. I'm telling you, they getting cranked up for another run.
Yep.
Graham G win.
That's all of them, boys. Well, we can look up in here at some of these. Dan River, Gretna beat down 42-0. Radford 135-0 over Patrick County. They probably don't know anyone else. Y'all know King William. They're pretty good. They won 60-12 over Amelia County.
That's who we lost the state finals to.
What Riverheads do?
I have to
I'm
go
sure
back
they
down
won.
here.
Riverhead.
Goochland won 42-6. Botetourt won 29-7.
Christiansburg and Hidden Valley had a good game.
Northside and Abington. Abington played pretty good against
Yeah.
Northside. 48-28. Shout out to my other Warriors. Magna Vista, they beat Bassett 36-7.
Big win there.
All right. Now let's get back up here. Who'd we say? Essex won 45-0 in 1A. Alta Vista 35-28 over William Campbell. Auburn over Covington 44-12.
That's a game that's a team that we could potentially see one of these teams playing.
Riverheads beat Rappahannock 45-0.
All right.
There you go. I'm out of breath now.
All right. Well, before we
Ain't
move
got my
on,
luscious Luke lotion in yet.
before we move on, tell you a little bit about the show coming up next week. You want to catch the show here, the Bellas. We're going to have a live audience, and we're going to be giving away these awards. We're going to have nominees for multiple categories, and those nominees will be certain categories. For example, Coach of the Year, Game of the Year, Upset of the Year. We're going to have nominees for what else were some of the other ones there?
Well, we're going to have a Bellocinos Player of the Year, and we're going to have an After the Whistle Player of the Year.
Okay, after the whistle.
That's going to be the Ho area.
Okay, whole area.
The Ho area, and that's going to be a tough one.
Then we've got a couple of. We got the hungriest.
Boys, now that might be the toughest
The
one yet.
hungriest coaching staff in Southwest Virginia. That's what everybody's wanting to know.
Honeacre has to be 4-1 favorites on that.
And we're going to, let's see here, I've got it, if I can pull up the photo real quick.
What do you say that for?
I'll tell you what,
Twin Valley.
Twin Valley's got to be nominated for that one for sure. boys.
But what about the Duck Dynasty bunch? The selfies?
Well, I'm telling you, there's a lot of good contenders for that, nominees for that particular.
Wise ain't small.
That's true, they're not.
Or I mean the Big Dougie.
Let's see if we got one here. I said upset of the year. We're going to have
PA Announcer of the Year.
breakout player of the year, PA announcer of the year. We're going to have some nominees for that. We're going to announce and then announce the winner. Also, best concession stand. Best concession stand. We're going to put a lot of these on
Well, Mary Goss.
so chime in. We'll see who has the best concession stand in Southwest Virginia. We'll be awarding all sorts of things. And like I said, we're going to recognize their one of these two guys is going to be crowned the Pick'em champion. And then we're going to have Bellocino's Player of the Year and After the Whistle Player of the Year. So a lot of stuff going on, and I think I've got
Come on down, guys.
Yep.
We're gonna pack this place out.
I've got a little
Might
bit
get
of
us a
everything.
door prize.
Could have a door prize or 12 or 2, and I'm going to have a song or two. We'll have a little bit of entertainment here. Go sing a song or two for us. I'll tell you a little about that surprise. We're not going to let anybody know who it is yet. It's not Elvis. All right, got that. Good
Deal.
All right. Well, Like I said, this is an expedited, abbreviated episode, an expedited abbreviated episode after the whistle. So we're gonna go straight into our pick'em, and brought to you by Buchanan General Hospital, and we're gonna go straight
Who's winning these
pick'em.
picks now?
You're still up 1.
Right now, you're ahead by 1, best of my knowledge, unless Crigger decides to do the math, and then he'd be up to 4 or 5.
Well, you're the one who messed it up.
Well, I'll admit that, but, all right. So, let's take a look at the first one here. Holston 7-4, going in to play, Patrick Henry 11-0. This is a Friday night game, 7 o'clock, also gonna be at Emory and Henry.
Well, this, congratulations to Holston, great year. I mean, I'm just stating it, Malibu and the Patrick Henry was not 10-0 for nothing. I feel like 11-0.
Matter of fact, I didn't interrupt you, but you mentioned Malibu Mark. We're gonna have the nickname of the year as well. Don't forget that.
He's already
Nickname
up
of the year,
there.
so we got-
That's Dynasty up there too. Big
Go
R.
ahead. Big
Think about,
R.
hey, you're still in this, guys.
They got a check.
Big R.
Oh, Lord.
What was it you always told me? We didn't want to play and win.
No, that's true.
What?
I know.
42-13 last time these two teams met. PH with the big win there, and that was on October 11th. So just a little over a month ago, and now they're playing again. You know, the revenge factor's got to be on Holston's mind here. But I think Patrick Henry's just got too much for him. Holston, hats off to them. I think they did an excellent job this year, but I think their season comes to an end on Friday night.
Yes.
I think this is going to be good.
Think so?
I think it's going to be. Holston's improved a lot since they played Patrick Henry, and all that Hurley staff told me last week said you better take east side according to Pistol, right? Pistol.
Right.
You called it, man. First thing he didn't even say congratulations on the
So you
win
picked
last night
Holston.
today. I told you Holston was going to win.
So you picked Holston.
So all right, but I think it's going to be a tough.
You picked
I think
Holston.
it's going to be a tough game.
Okay.
But
That's
I'm
what
going
I
with
thought.
Malibu Mark.
Malibu Mark.
I think it's going to be
No,
a
it ain't.
14-point game.
14-point game.
Yeah, with Patrick Henry coming out, but I think
No.
Coach Patterson and them will have something for them.
Well, boys, this is a playoff. I mean, naturally, it's a playoff game. It's the second time they've met, so you got a little bit of revenge factor. This is not just that. This is a big game for those two schools every time they play. So if you're living in that area, everybody over there is going to be coming to this ball game. So it's going to be a great environment to watch a football game.
Right.
You got two rivals, I should say, that are playing one another. So that alone is going to make for a great atmosphere. But so across the board, we're saying Patrick Henry, though, right? Okay, across the board, PH. All right, next big game. The winner of the PH Holston game will play the winner of Chilhowie, J. Alberton. Chilhowie 9-2, Burton coming in at 9-2, red hot. This is a Saturday game, 1:30. We was talking about Saturday games a minute ago.
I don't think they've lost since they've played Burton, have they?
They haven't. 45-24 was the last time they played. This is way back in September.
Since Norton played Chilhowie,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
haven't lost.
Yes, 45-24 was the last time they met. That was early September, first week of September, as a matter of fact. There's been a lot of football, a lot of injuries, a lot of changes, a lot of things have happened since then. And Burton has not lost, as you said, since then. So, what do you think about this one?
Go ahead, Coach Craig.
No, I picked first last time.
No.
Yeah, I did.
No.
I'm gonna pick.
No.
I'll go out. I'm going on a limb right now.
You
Said
have to.
all year. I have to. I mean, no choice. I said all year long that Chilhowie's going to be there in the end. PH is going to be there in the end, and I kept saying that the one team that might can mess it up is Burton. And the game is at Burton. It's a Saturday game. I think things have changed since then, and I'm gonna take Burton. I think Burton's going to pull this off.
Good pick.
You heard that, folks.
Well, it's like
I
yes.
got Pistol agreeing with me on this.
It's like yes, guys. It will be a good game. It is at Norton. It is the playoffs. Chilhowie's been beat by two teams. Name those two teams.
NARS,
Okay.
PH,
How many games have they lost?
0.
I'm going with the Chilhowie Warriors.
That's good logic.
I mean,
it's good logic.
They've been beat, and it's only been about, they got beat by 7
Yeah.
and by 2 or
Yeah.
3
3.
or whatever. Or 6.
16-13.
They've been
Yep.
less than 10 points, 10 or less points in 2 games.
That's
Both
impressive.
teams are undefeated, beating the fire out of people.
That's impressive. I agree with
So
you.
I'm going with the Chilhowie Warriors on that.
Going with the Chilhowie Warriors.
Who you got there? Woo.
All right, it's gonna be a tough one, man. I'm trying to play.
Oh,
I'm
mind
trying to play mind games over here.
chess.
Uh,
When you're playing chess, he's playing chess.
I'm one up, right?
Yeah, you're
are.
one up.
So you just gonna pick Chilhowie.
No.
Okay, so you pick Norton.
I'll tell you what.
One or the other, ain't it?
It's gonna be a good game. I mean, it could be a coin flip, but my logic, my formula, it ain't been good this year, but boys, they played 2 teams. Like I said.
Well, you made that's a good
I mean,
argument. I'll have to agree. That's
I mean,
you made a great argument.
both
for that.
teams combined has lost 0 games.
I think Burton is gonna have the advantage playing at home. I think they're red hot. I think Chilhowie not quite as good as they once was. I'd say you heard that song, "Not Good as I Once Was."
But I can be as good once as
Ever was.
I ain't as good as I once was.
that goes this.
Been
Yeah.
with my best friend Dave.
I'm gonna go with the pistol on this and go with the John I. Burton Raiders.
All right, well, let 2 of us picking the Raiders.
I'm gonna go
This
with
would be
John I.
an
Burton
upset.
Raiders. Is
Definitely.
an upset.
Not a big one, but
No.
would be an upset.
Yeah, not a big one, but a mild upset. And even, they're playing at home, they got the identical records, but Burton lost to them. So that's the only reason it would be an upset, probably.
That's
All
right.
Big one. All right, so the winner of those 2 games will play. And like I said, that's a 1:30 kickoff Saturday in Norton. So that'd be a great atmosphere to catch a ball game, especially one of those Saturday games we're talking about. Region 2D. All right, fellas, we got Graham 9-2
And
at Union 9-2. And this is a 7 o'clock Friday night
you
kickoff.
talk about revenge.
You know what's interesting? This is the 4th time in the last 5 years these 2 teams have met in the playoffs.
What's the record?
I'm not sure about that.
Well,
Union won last year, didn't know. Graham won, did they? Yeah, Graham
Yes.
won state
Yeah, Graham
title.
won state championship
So
last
year
year.
before that, Union won.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because I was at that
because that was a
game.
revenge game. Go back to the game that they played earlier in the year. It was so close that even though Union got the win, Graham really didn't lose any momentum or nothing because of it. If anything, they probably left there feeling frustrated, themselves for not getting the win. It's so close. I think what happened Friday night with Gate City is an indication that Union has a dent in the armor. And not saying that Gate City's not as good, but Gate City's not a Graham. They're not right now. And they took them to the wire, and for all intents and purposes, should have won that ball game, or could have won it, I'll say that. So, I'm gonna look at this game and I'm taking Graham.
I'm taking Graham.
And it's on
by
the road.
far.
And it's on the road.
It's on the road, but guys, I mean, Union's played good all year. They're banged up. I think they're a couple
It's at
injuries.
Bullet Park.
That's the Union Station, I know it. But, guys, I think they're banged up a little bit. This is gonna be a totally
They
different
are.
story. I think Graham's gonna win, and it could be 44-14, something like that.
I would not be shocked if.
No, that's right.
I
I
wouldn't
just,
I
it's
would
just,
not be shocked if it's very, very close.
I wouldn't either,
Again.
either way.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's gonna be as
It's
close
just-
as it was, though, do you? Do you think it's gonna be as close as it
No,
was? I don't.
no.
So,
I think Union's just
so
too tired.
Union's not as good as they once was.
No, they're just banged up right now, and it's just hard. I mean, Polier single-handedly boys run all over Graham.
I agree with you. I think they gotta have more than Polier to beat Graham. And Graham's got 2 guys sitting there in the middle
Yeah.
that are pretty tough. I don't know, I watched them play Richlands, and I think those guys make a difference in Graham. And Graham, I think, takes this one 2 touchdowns.
But another thing you got to look at too, we're talking about edges on this side of that. Graham, not only is this playoffs, everybody's motivated to play, but Graham's got something to prove to Union because of that loss.
Yeah.
So they've got an extra little bit of motivation.
52 and number 33 will be headhunting for Graham.
So across the board, then we're saying G-Men.
Yeah, that G-Men.
Across the board. All right.
G-Men could win it all.
And boys, here's another big matchup from earlier this year. Wise Central 9-2 taking on Ridgeview.
Big W,
All right,
boys.
at Ridgeview 9-2. That's right. 7:00 Friday night. So both of the Division II games are Friday night games in our area. And the winner's going, no matter who it is, it's going to be the first time they played in the Region D championship game.
And they get to play the G-Men.
You think you're going to be playing G? I do too. But
So who's going to be playing?
Who's it going to be?
I don't know.
That's all
boys.
We'll let you go first.
Yeah, you
Mr.
go.
I'll
ahead.
go first on this one.
I wonder who he's
The
going to be.
big W.
Well, first time we played them, I think that, I think the score was 41-20. We was able to move the ball on them a lot. We was able to move up, throwing the ball, a little bit running the ball, but we couldn't slow them down. So I think it was 20-13 going into the fourth. Game ended up being 41-20. Atkins rushed for 347 yards, so that was the difference.
Not too bad.
Key question is, can we hold him? Can we contain him? He's gonna get yards. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get his. Can we keep him under 200? That's the question. I think if we can keep him under 200, we can come out there with a W. I think we can move the ball on them. Don't know what kind of game plan they're gonna have. It may be a little different than it was last time, but like I said, I think whatever defense can slow the offense down will win this game.
Big W.
And I
So you
think
picking the big W.
I think
Here.
our defense has got to play.
I think you all got me a medium shirt.
So, if we can contain Atkins, that's a big
Oh,
question.
yeah,
If
big if.
we can contain Atkins and make other people beat us, we'll be in a good situation. But that's a big if.
It's a lot of
If
ifs in
ifs
there.
and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have mercy.
I mean, if my mama would be my papa was, I'm telling you.
Well, that's exactly, yeah.
Well, you asked me
Big
what we
W.
got to do, and I think we got to do it.
That's
So,
good.
and we're going. I think we're going to do it.
All right, thanks.
think
I
we're
like
gonna
the way you
We're
framed
going
that.
to do it. So I'm going to go with the Central Warriors with the upset at Rose Ridge.
All right, I'll go next. This is one of them, I honestly, you can sit here and roll the dice. I think Wise has the motivation. I think Wise is the hotter of the two teams. I think Wise has the revenge factor. But I think Ridgeview's got Atkins. And I think it's going to be awesome to see whoever it is that wins is going to make that first trip to the Region D championship game. If you look at it on paper, it's going to be a really good matchup. Probably got a slight edge to Ridgeview. I'm going to take Ridgeview for one reason. They're playing at home. I'm taking Ridgeview.
Guys, the luscious Luke lotion, the big W on this small shirt they got me. I ain't even gonna stand up because it's so tight. I can't breathe.
That's Luke's shirt.
Stand up.
Lord, I hope not. All right, guys, the big W, they're the hottest team. I'm on the wagon. I mean, they beat the Big R, probably the best team in the playoffs. They've already knocked them out. I'm on the big W bandwagon. Wise playing good, and I'm not going to jinx them. It's going to be the Wolf Pack by 3 touchdowns.
All right, Wolfpack.
The Warriors.
Warriors.
But I picked against them last week, and what happened?
They won.
Picking against them this week,
We'll wait and see.
I'm not going to jinx Big
You
Luke.
might be on to something.
I'm not
You
going
might
to.
be.
That formula tells me to do that.
What we got to do? What we got to do
The same thing you said. Same thing everybody's got to do every week. You got to stop Atkins.
If they can contain Atkins.
We ain't gonna stop him. We got to contain
Yeah,
him.
and Ridgeview doesn't have something to answer. Wise wins this ball game.
They win the ball game. And they put everybody up there to stop him, make the quarterback win them the game, just like they did Richlands. And Richlands' quarterback couldn't do it. Not thought out. He just, like I said, I
But
don't
here's
know
the
if it
deal.
was you all
Can
the
we
scheme, but you have to stop Atkins to make him throw.
We got a little bit more in the box this week, I believe.
Yeah.
So-
They just played
Well, they
13.
get in there every week on
They
him.
just played with 13.
But that's it, boys. I'm telling you, I'm picking the Ridgeview Wolfpack because I picked the Big R last week, and Wise came out
Oh,
and
sugar coated,
absolutely.
just why you
Well,
pick it or not, just.
I'm picking Ridgeview. I don't want. I mean, if I don't want to jinx it. And plus, if Ridgeview
So you're
does
rooting-
win,
so you're-
I beat Greg in the picks. So all the pressure's on Wise.
So you pulling for Wise, right? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes, I am.
But you're picking Ridge.
I'm picking Ridgeview.
Oh, man.
Whatever, call it what it is. All right, so that's it. That's all the games we've got. Any last
Hey
thing?
boys, if you want to go out and see one, it's Friday at Rose Ridge, and should be a pretty good ball game.
Oh yeah, very good. I would say.
So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be.
I bet there'll be more than 8 people in the bleachers. By the way, before we get there, Wise crowd, Richlands crowd.
We talked about
It
that.
was close.
The Big R brought. I was kind of not impressed.
Not really.
I thought, I mean, the way they travel. Now, Wise, I thought Richlands would have more fans than Wise, and that wasn't right. Wise had more fans than Richlands.
Think so?
I do. I think.
And you know as well as I do, the deeper you go in the playoffs, the more bandwagon people you get.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So Wise will have an even better crowd at this ball
Big
game.
W, baby.
Oh yeah, they said people showed up they had never seen.
Yeah, people coming out of the woodworks. I'm telling you, that's what happened.
But 80% chance of rain Friday, guys. From Weatherman Pistol.
Who does that help? Does that help Ridgeview?
Definitely helps a strong running game. But does it help misdirection? Or does it help?
We don't.
All I know, and this is the truth. You can take this to whatever. Winner of this ball game, it is over. Next week, it comes to an end.
So the duck butter, the only duck butter comes out.
The Luscious Luke lotion, the Duck Dynasty selfie crew, it's over.
It's
The
over.
Tony cocoa butter cream is out, and it's it.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It is.
Everybody's playing for
It is
second
it.
place. All right, boys, you heard it from the man himself. All right, fellas, that's all I've got. All you got?
That's it.
All right, remember, next week's show is going to be a live audience. We're going to have everybody in here. It's going to be a little bit longer show. We're going to have a lot of awards. Definitely one you don't want to miss.
And you all come out. I mean,
Come down here and sit and be with us. We'd love to have you.
we're calling out Atkins come down, Polier come down, Crabtree, Tyson, Luke's, all Big Luke's coaching staff, Ridgeview's coaching staff, all Buchanan County's coaching staff,
Yeah.
Tony Palmer's coaching staff, the Lester kid, the 2 linebackers, don't know their names. Come on down, boys. We'll feed you. We'll feed you. Turner, Travis, come on, boys.
Hey, not only that, big major announcement that night, and we're not going to tell anybody what it is. You'll have to be here to know what it is, or you'll have to watch next week's show. Major, big time announcement. You got to be here to get it. All right, until next time, I'm Coach Moore.
Coach Tester.
Coach Crigger.
We're out of here.
Takes the snap, short drop, hits the quarterback throw.